Welcome back to KR Stock Portfolio. In this video we're going to run through my Revolut stock portfolio. We're going to run through how the portfolio's performed in what has been a very difficult week as investors fear another stock market crash 2.0. We're also going to have a look at the key statistics in Market Beat, and we're also going to have a run through of how the dividend's performing. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I'd really appreciate it if you could hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you always find out when a new video is posted. Okay, so we're going to go through a detailed portfolio review. I've inputted my Revolut portfolio onto Market Beat for more sort of streamlined analysis, so I hope you enjoy this. So what we're looking at here is portfolio returns. So the total cost of the portfolio is $3,500 US. My total current holdings value is 3.4 US. So at the moment the portfolio is operating at minus 2.2 return on investment. I think that's pretty good performance given the turmoil we've seen in the stock market this week. It's been a very difficult week. I think most people are expecting a market crash 2.0. As I've said in previous videos, I don't think we're there yet. When we look back at March 2020, in terms of the levels in the market, I think we're nowhere near those lows. I think what we're going to see over the next few weeks are some further retractions. So it's nice to see that the portfolio is withstanding these headwinds. When we look at the biggest winners, we've got CrowdStrike, Xerox, Domino's, which is obviously benefiting from lockdowns being reimposed around the world. People still able to get pizza deliveries. McDonald's still performing well. Nvidia, this is a stock I'm really interested in. Recently announced the deal with ARM. If that goes through, if they get the synergies with ARM, I can really see this stock going well. So these are my 5 winners. In terms of losers, carnage in the oil and gas sector at the moment. So Exxon, Chevron, not a surprise to see those there, nor is it a surprise to see Enterprise Product Partners in there. Walgreens Boots, I'm a little surprised. It's a good dividend stock, but I would have expected it to perform a little bit better given that it's a medical supply company. And Iron Mountain, minus 11.9 ROI. So that's the overall. If we just have a look at asset allocation by sector, so you can see that a quarter of the portfolio is in computer and tech, 19% in retail, wholesale. Finance has really struggled this week. A bit of a sell-off in finance. Medical, just under 11%, and consumer staples just under 7%. My largest holdings: McDonald's, Apple. I have bought some more Apple this week. I think the general consensus is that the stock can rise to 130, 140. It's been trading around 108 this week, so I bought a little bit more Apple. 3M, Realty Income, a really reliable monthly dividend payer. Been putting more into realty this week. Amazon been buying a little bit more this week. Johnson & Johnson. AT&T is a new stock that I've added. It's a very reliable dividend payer. I can see some upside in the price, so I think I've bought it at around $28. I think it could go down to 27-ish, but I think there's some upside there in Intel. One thing that does concern me is the portfolio performance versus the indices. So against the Dow, this portfolio is lagging behind, but as I say, I've built it as predominantly as a dividend portfolio. In terms of price earnings ratio, my portfolio is lagging behind which I believe is a positive thing. The average market beat user. So my average price earnings ratio is 23.9. A little bit concerning, I would say, is Williams Company. In terms of beta portfolio volatility, I think mine's pretty risk averse at 0.97, something I could look at. That's suggesting that the portfolio is not volatile and therefore not too risky. Average market cap, I think this really shows that I've predominantly focused on large companies. As you can see, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. I've got the big tech players in there. Those are the stocks that I really think will grow over the long term. I'm a little bit concerned about these smaller cap stocks in terms of the finance market and how that's going to be affected by any sign of a real market crash. Earnings growth, I'm pretty pleased to see that my portfolio is suggesting earnings growth of 4.5%, which is good. In terms of portfolio dividends, overall the dividend yield is 3.47%. So some of the good dividend payers there: Enterprise Product Partners 11.5, AGNC 10.3, ExxonMobil 10.1, Iron Mountain 9.3 and Altria 8.9. I've got some dividends coming in next week, so Williams Companies on the 28th, PepsiCo on the 30th, Domino's on the 30th, First Horizon on the 1st of October, Huntington Bank shares on the 1st of October. So that's the high level stats. Okay, so take a look at the dividends. It has been a very quiet week this week. Only one dividend received on the 25th of September, Nvidia, and only $2. It's got a very small dividend yield of 0.1%. But as I mentioned on the portfolio review, I'm very bullish on this stock, given that the announcement of the acquisition of ARM in the UK, if that deal goes through and they achieve the synergies that deal should bring, then I really think this stock is more about the growth in the stock price rather than the dividend yield itself. So a clear decision here to hold the stock. I actually want to buy a bit more. I think the price recovered quite strongly yesterday. So I think it opened yesterday at 493, but I think it ended above 500. I think this stock's a long-term growth stock. Extremely strong position in the computer chip processor AI space. The only other dividend to talk about is Bank of America. I'm expecting a dividend from Bank of America on Monday. As I said, I think there's a few, maybe 4 or 5 dividends due in next week. But in total, I've received $11.64 since the back end of August. You can see on the graph there, $11.44 received in September. October is probably going to be a slightly quieter month, but I am going to be looking to grow investments in key dividend payers. So that's where we are for now. I hope you've found this video useful. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. Every week I'm going to be posting an update on this portfolio. I'm also going to be posting videos as I look to grow a new portfolio in Trading 212, and I'm also going to give some stock picks every Monday morning, so stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching. I'd really appreciate it if you could hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you always find out when a new video is posted.